Hi everybody, welcome to Dear Zander Mander, where you ask the questions and I answer them. We got a couple questions for you tonight. Let's get straight to it, shall we? Okay, I've been asked this question a lot recently because I'm from St. Louis and I live in Chicago. And we all know what's been going on in St. Louis over the past year, and we all know that Chicago is pretty much known for its crime rate. You can see they're basically all the same question except for this one. And this one pisses me off to no end. You know, I didn't put your name at the bottom of that because there'd be a lot of motherfuckers out there that would really go after you if I did. So let me just say this, as I'm sure they would say it. You are a real fucking asshole to ask me such a question like that. I mean, I've been asked a lot of stupid questions, you know, throughout this whole Dear Zander Mander experience, and that is probably the stupidest. I mean, I've been asked, why does my pee smell after eating asparagus? And your question is still fucking stupider than theirs. Yes, Black Lives Matter. All lives matter. Black, white, Indian, Asian, French, Norwegian, Dane, Irish, Pakistani, Israeli, Macedonian, Serbian, oh my gosh, Canadian, Hawaiian, my brain, Australian, my brain is just going with all the different names because every motherfucking life matters. Gay, straight, heavy, thin, young, old, everybody's life matters. How could you ask me such a fucking stupid ass question? Wow, pissed me off right at the beginning of season 3. Asshole. Let me say this regarding the others' questions because they put it more delicately. I am behind the Black Lives Matters movement to a point. I believe in it to a point. I believe in it to the point that all lives matter. What I don't believe in is all this negative energy out there about this. Negative energy meaning people are screaming Black Lives Matter when a person has a gun, a stolen gun as a matter of fact, and is shooting at officers and the officers defending themselves. That's pisses me off. You know, you shouldn't be spending all your energy saying Black Lives Matter just because it had involved a black person. You know, let me get to what I'm really wanting to scream about here is there's these movements and it's gotten out of control. It has completely gotten out of control. Meaning, I'll give you an example. Police were faced with a man who happened to be black, who pulled a gun on them. a stolen gun, mind you, and opened fire on the police. The police fired back, and the man was shot and killed. Everybody was screaming Black Lives Matter. Yet the same evening, a 9-year-old girl was sitting in her room doing her homework and was killed by a bullet that was shot during a drive-by. Where is the Children's Lives Matter movement? This is what pisses me off. Everybody's spending their energy saying Black Lives Matter because these police officers killed a man who pulled a stolen gun on them, who had a warrant out for his arrest, yet no one is screaming foul when the child is killed. What the fuck? Children's lives matter. Let's start that campaign, shall we? And come on, I live in Chicago. Do you know how many times I see in the newspaper or on the news children being shot by drive-bys? Children are innocent victims playing in the park and they get shot. It's just ridiculous. I think that the focus should not be Black Lives Matter. It should be all lives matter. Children's lives matter. Guns need to disappear. They need to go bye-bye. If I had a time machine, I would go back in time to the man who invented the gun and say, stop it right now, put it down, go away, walk away, and let them never be created in the first place. I've always said, if we all look the same, what a boring world this would be. I mean, come on. There's only one thing that I really wish that would disappear in this world, and that's all this motherfucking violence. I'm sick of it. All lives matter. And as far as the police are concerned, cheers to those police. Yes, there are good cops. There are bad cops. But there are good people and there are bad people. Skin color has nothing to do with that. I, for one, am grateful to have the police force around. And every time I see one, I shake their hand. If they're in a restaurant, I buy their meal. I am a fan of the police force. They are here to protect and serve. And they do. There are the ones. There are the bad apples in the bunch. Just as there are the bad apples in the bunch with everyone, whether they be white or whether they be black, whether they be any other race, ethnicity, anything. There are good and there are bad. And I prefer to look at people for their good. This may not be answering the question, but this is something that I need to get out that I just don't understand. If people are trying to promote this movement and say that these lives matter, why are you tearing your cities apart? Why are you torching your stores, your neighborhoods, cars? Why are you being so destructive to try to promote a peaceful existence? That makes no sense to me whatsoever. And if anybody's got an answer for me, let me know. Put in the comments. Write me. I'd really like to know. I just don't understand. If you're trying to promote peace, why are you destroying everything? I don't get it. So, to sum up the questions, I do believe in the Black Lives Matter movement, but I think it should be all lives matter, not just black. It should be everyone, because if you cut us all, don't we bleed? Because what's that old saying? A rose by any color still smells as sweet. If you prick me, do I not bleed? Meaning every single person on this planet? Come on. Enough of the stereotypes, enough of the racism, enough of the damning one and, you know, promoting the other. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Everybody, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Stop the bloodshed. It's as simple as that. Stop the bloodshed. Now, I did receive another question for this first episode, and I wasn't going to answer it, but I'm going to. My favorite veggies? I love acorn squash and butternut squash, especially when they're made into soups. Ah, I love them. I told someone that I love very near and dear to me that, and they're like, "You're crazy. That is what? You're nuts." I said, "But I love squash. It's all squashy." But they think I'm fucking crazy. Yeah, well, I'm crazy, and they're the ones that eat green beans with A1 steak sauce. Now, who's really fucking crazy out there, huh? Everybody, thank you for joining me. That's it for right now. Thanks for stopping by to watch another episode of Dear Zander Mander. Send in your questions. You know where to send them. You can send them fucking everywhere out there in the social media. Here's all the info. I'll see you next time. And until then, you have fun and you get home safe. Take care, everybody. Bye.